numbers aren't all that eye-popping against the Ravens. What is it about their defense that gives you and maybe everybody else fits?
They're good. They're really good. They have a really good front. Best run-stopping front in the league. On the back end, they've invested a lot of first-round picks, on their DBs and safeties. I think everybody in their back end's a first-round pick. So they've got some absolute studs over there. Their third down package is really hard to stop. It's hard to see. Luckily we'll be at home and be able to communicate a little bit better than we were early on in the season last year. And obviously we played them in the playoffs, and we understand there's going to be a lot of heightened emotions on both sides. And we're just trying to go out there and have a good week of practice, watch some third downs after this, and try to get the best game plan that we can together and try to go execute.
They're all talking like they've got a chip on their shoulder, and rightfully so, perhaps after what happened. But, so they've got natural motivation in that sense. What is the quiet motivation that might be here in Buffalo going into the season?
It's an opportunity to go play a football game and do what we love, and it's a new team. We're both starting 0-0. Sunday night to start the season. I think that's enough motivation right there. But it's football. We have to go actually play against somebody, and show what we got.
Josh, the last 4 years you guys have been 22 season openers. You've had some uneven performances maybe in those games. Is there anything that you maybe identified looking back at those that has led to that, or anything that you maybe try to shore up going into this year's season?
Yeah, I think the first and foremost thing, just trying to do too much and trying to play hero ball maybe too early, and over the years just finding out, like, let the game come to us, especially myself. Throwing checkdowns early and moving the sticks and just worrying about the play at hand and not the entire drive. So just looking forward to going out there and execute with my teammates.
I think a part of that maybe just the adrenaline and the excitement of the season finally being there.
Part of it, yeah, I think so. I mean, there's always an added extra bit of juice every first game of the year. I'll be the first one to admit it. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's just that first game. There's something special about it. It's the emotion that's in the entire stadium. Obviously, it's the last home opener here in this stadium, and I think fans are gonna feel that and give us the juice that we need to try to perform the best we can.
Josh, you guys are running back everybody keeps not for what you know, but is it possible with the guys you've had, you may even be better in that receiver for, and last year was great, but given who you had, is it possible you guys might be in a better unit this season?
Well, sure hope so. I think every year is our job to try to get better, and with adding Josh Palmer and Elijah Moore and still returning guys like Curtis, Khalil, and Keon, and having Dalton and Dawson in the passing game as well as our backs, we're just trying to do whatever we can to move the ball and get first downs and score touchdowns. And having that everybody eats mindset and having receivers block in the run game, having backs involved in the pass game, guys clearing things out for each other, it helps our team. It's fun as a quarterback to drop back and know that any one of my receivers could get the opportunity to catch this ball right here. So it makes my job easy when guys are giving their all for each other. They love what they do and they care about what they do. So that's our goal.
Josh, you mentioned a couple times how you missed Dalton on some easy ones last year. You went back and watched it. When you two are clicking together, what does he do for your offense?
I mean, I think not just in the short and intermediate game, catch and run stuff. He's very shifty for a big guy, and I think getting him involved more maybe in the deep passing game and allowing him to use his size and utilize why we drafted him a couple years ago. I think he's as talented as any tight end in the league, and I got to be better for him and allow him to utilize those talents.
How do you reel in the juice, knowing that you're not going to really see the field in a competitive setting since January or whatever that date was?
Yeah, just try to get hit early on, and that used to be part of my deal. It was like, my first couple years I'd ask for a quarterback run early to try to get my pad set and feel like I'm back down to earth. But just trusting the game plan, trusting my feet, getting a good warm up, trying to keep the heart rate down, listening to what I listen to, and just focus on executing.
No, we ask you.
It has in the past. It has in the past. I don't advise it anymore, but try not to get a hit at all. That's the name of the game, but sometimes it helps.
Sometimes when we're doing these, we're asking you about Lamar and Pat, and the premier quarterbacks, but a lot of those have happened in the playoffs. In the regular season, it feels like it's a little different, but how much do you enjoy those premier matchups? Those.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a chance to go out there and to win, you got to play at your best. When you're going against another quarterback that's great, you talk about Lamar. He's one of the best players to touch the grass, honestly. And you can't give him more opportunities than he needs. You can't give him short fields. He'll take advantage of those. So being on the top of our game on the offensive side of the ball and doing everything that we can, and we don't play on the offensive side. We don't play the quarterback. We play the defense and the defensive coordinator, and just doing everything that we can to really help our defense out.
Josh mentioned your receivers earlier, and somewhat of their hearts. Kind of embrace the leadership role within that group.
Yeah, it's been awesome to see. I think he took a huge step last year, and his play speaks for itself. I'm not just talking about him catching the ball, but him going in and blocking, him going in and running to the ball, helping teammates up. That's infectious in that room. And when guys see, a guy like Khalil and the type of caliber of player that he is, be the type of teammate that he is, it pushes guys to do the same.
How much does Khalil, does it feel like he has a feel for what you want him to do because of the continuity you guys have built over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I trust him. His body language, it's so easy to read. He knows exactly what he's doing on every single play. There's no hesitation with him. And he's obviously with the ball in his hands, he's one of the best rat guys in the league. So the more touches that we can get him, the better.
Terrel Bernard said that one of the messages from Sean this week is the first 4 games are really determined by doing small things the right way, just being fundamentally sound. What does that look like for you in the offense?
Yeah, taking completions early on, not forcing anything, holding on to the football, and trying to end every drive with a kick. That's as simple as that, and just letting the game come to us.
Terrel, a good captain.
TB? I mean, you watch him play, the way he communicates, the way that he puts his body on the line, the way he talks to his teammates, the way that he works. He's in the building damn near 24/7, working on his body, doing rehab, doing prehab, watching film while he's doing it. Just a true example for guys to learn from of how to be a true pro. His play speaks for itself.
Josh, when a guy like Khalil is so good at the run after catch, I know you're going to go to the open guy, but does it really open things up for where on the field you think I can get him the ball, because you've seen the success he's had once he's had it in his hands?
For sure. I mean, I think the more opportunities we can get, really everyone, the better, but him especially, because, he's got a knack for finding the crease and being able to take it the distance and make guys miss. And he's fun to watch when he's got the ball in his hands, and he can do it all.
Josh, is there a guy to the summer that's kind of stood out, surprised you in a positive way? I think this season could maybe have a breakout year.
I think having Jimbo back and working the way that he's worked, he looks fantastic. And I know he had a really good year last year, but feel very confident in his game right now and how hard he practices, and guys can feel him right now, and it's fun to watch.
On your time over the summer, endorsement deals, business deals, Honeywood, I'm sure. But how nice is it to part with some of that business stuff, interview stuff, endorsement, to get to week 1 and to be able to focus on this? How much enjoyment do you get, or can you cut it? I mean, I'm sure you cut it off at some point.
Yeah. No, it's the best. It's all ball. I know that kind of I do everything outside and try to make sure that it's outside of football. So once we're in season, we can focus exactly on ball. And yes, that's just the day and age we're in now, and it is what it is. But I'm very happy to be back during football season. I'm a quarterback. Yeah, we're always on the next play and where our feet are right now. We don't focus on, or try not to focus on, the last play. So that's try to live life in the here and now. Thank you guys.